It's super late. We're only gonna be playing for an hour just because I'm testing out this controller that I fixed for this kid that I'm gonna be returning to him tomorrow. Now, I didn't get a chance to get to Doom Stage or whatever, but Francisco, you're watching this. Yeah, I got it fixed for free, by the way, too. So I'm gonna let you invest that $5 I give you and buy you that tool set like I was telling you about. I fixed it, prepared it to be solid. That's all I'm gonna tell you. So what we're gonna do right now, I'm testing out the controller, just making sure everything works. Yep. Walking is fine. Yep. Aim perfect. And yep. Don't mind that. Okay, I was just testing the share button, so I'm pretty sure you just lost the visual for a few seconds. Don't worry. I'm gonna do it again. You're gonna be lost out in a few seconds again. Perfect. Yep. Just was testing out the PlayStation button. Options. Yep. Fine. Jump works fine. Crouching. Perfect. Square. Hold on. There we go. That's the reload button. One die. Die. Oh. One die. Yeah. Okay. How about you? You wanna die? Here. Die for everyone. You wanna die red? Alright. Oh, you want green? Sorry. I didn't know you wanted green. Maybe you want red, huh? And you want red dye. You want to be blue. How about blue? Blue dye? Yeah, blue dye is good. Nice. I'm so great. Alright, Straw the freeze on the carnal desert and pick up the bling that pulls out. Also blows it's a full passes that execute till difficulty. Alright, okay, so the only thing I gotta test is triangle. Perfect. Alright, know shooting works. R1. And yeah, clicking L. Like a sprint, so L3 clicking works, L3 clicking works for melee. Pause button, perfect. Controller works like a motherfucking charm, baby. I'm telling you, this dude is golden. I think I gotta check. Hold on. Yeah, control. You can hear me, controller is rocking on one bar. I have to double check that. Make sure this fucker charges now. Hold on, one more time. I'm gonna be cutting off audio and video visuals for a few seconds. yes. Charging is working. Even though it's kind of flaky, the USB connection is kind of flimsy. I mean, I definitely would recommend a new USB port to this kid. Obviously, from this on, he's gonna either fix it on his own or he's gonna charge it. And like I said, I paid $5 for this controller on offer. Young kid. I'm hoping he is 14, 15 like I thought. He was talking about how he had to go buy a new controller. I don't know if that was his money or that was saved up money he got from his parents. I want to make sure he's not a grown ass 21-year-old. Because if that's the case, I'm gonna should have asked his age. Should have. But the look on his face told me that he really didn't want to see this controller go away. Like he had that young kid mindset. Just like, man, like it just hurt. But you know, for all I know, 15-year-old dude, probably the oldest of his siblings, just having to act like he's more of a grown up than his actual age. I'm hoping that's the best case scenario. If that's the case, I like how he knows how to get out. What do you do with this thing? Hold on. I'm not even gonna shoot. I'm gonna do this.
Who's next?
That's what I'm gonna do. Come on. Think you tough. Watch this card. Come at me. Come on. Come on. Damn it. Didn't work.
I'm back, bitches!
So much for freaking phase. The hell was that? Supposed to phase like that fucking cop, motherfucker. Yeah. Burn right there. Now what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Man, drop this weak ass pistol. 500. Kiss my ass. I wonder why they never made a black label. It's not working. Works like a charm. But like I was saying before I got interrupted by those damn technicals. So like I said, I'm hoping he's a... Shut your mouth, so like I said, I'm hoping this kid, I'm hoping it is a teenager at best. It was pretty short for, you know, for a dude. So I'm guessing he has to be 13, 14. Like I said, I paid $5 for it. Drove all the way to Anaheim. So for me, it was about 25 minutes. So don't forget gas too. So like I said, I'm doing this kid a favor by giving him back his controller and not asking for a refund. I'm gonna let him keep the $5. Like I said, because the fact is, I bought it. I really believe this is my gut feeling. I bought it from the 15. I got it from a kid, right? Underage kid who probably couldn't even afford, alright, buying a used controller, let alone a new controller, right? Probably his mom, whoever, his parents, whoever he lived with, bought it for him, okay? He sold it to me, probably doesn't even know what's wrong with the controller. Didn't even take good care of it, to be honest with you. I told the kid already, he's gotta make sure not to go raging, you know, he's smashing a controller somewhere, throwing the controller around. He's gotta be more careful and don't do that. But I think, if anything, like I said, this to me, it just feels like I'm taking candy from a baby. That's what it feels like. $5, it was a steal. All this controller needed was some heavy cleaning, deep heavy cleaning, and just needed a reconnection with the battery cable. That's all. I mean, this controller is basically not even broken. The only thing is, like I said, the kid threw it around a few times, cracked it open, and what I mean by deep cleaning is I have to pretty much, what's it called? I had to eliminate a few live roaches that were living inside the controllers, which I'm pretty sure is the reason why it even went on a fritz for him, and that's why he thought it was broken in the first place. Now, I like taking advantage of grown-ass adults who could give half a shit about technology or whatever they own. Like a Facebook controller, be like, oh, it's broken. Like this one chick, I bought it for $10 because she's like, I bought a PS5 controller, I don't need this anymore. On the X button, it just goes down and won't, you know, like it's stuck and won't come back up. Well, you know damn well you probably spilled soda on that. That's the reason why it's not working. I like taking advantage of those fuckers. Take that shit. Save me some money. Cheap fix. You know, obviously, basically, like I said, got a working controller for $10. All they needed was some cleanup because I know what the fuck I'm doing and that person does it. You know what I mean? But that's the person that chose to make it. This is a young kid who really doesn't know any better. I'm not feeling with that, man. Morality is, I'm not about to take something from a kid when I know for a fact he needs it. You know? I even asked him, I'm like, hey, how much did you use the controller? He told me daily, and this was his only controller until he went and bought a new one. And that doesn't sit right with me. And I hate the fact that I waited a week to even get back to him, and I was planning on to, but every time I keep forgetting to bring out the controller to test it every fucking day. So I finally got it, you know, hooked up and all after I cleaned it up initially. So it's my fault. I should have gone back at the kid the next following day. But either way, Now he's gonna have two controllers. And I told him you gotta take care of this one for sure. Take care of the other one. And I gave him some tips on how to fix the controllers as well. And I'm gonna go much more in depth tomorrow morning when I meet him. But yeah, right now I'm testing this controller. I got about a dozen PS4 controllers just sitting in my damn storage. Not a dozen, if I'm exaggerating by any chance, at least half a dozen. And I got a few that I'm still working with tinkering on trying to fix. So like, for me, I've been buying controllers no more than $10. I have yet to spend more than $10 on a controller. I'm trying to think of the last time I spent it. I think for one controller I paid 20 bucks. One, it was working fine for the most part. It did have a live small roach that was in the USB port. That was probably the most I've ever spent on a PS4 controller. It was 20 bucks. 20 bucks. That's the most. And it was a one-time thing. This was when I was still just getting into playing, you know, into the PS4 marketing and really just learning how to fix controllers and consoles. And I'm like, alright, let me try it out. 20 bucks, not a bad deal. Let me see how I can do it. And it turns out, motherfucker, I can get it a lot cheaper. And I will find that out with the next one, the gold one, like I was telling you. Lady spilled the soda on me. Got a PS5 controller. I'm like, alright, thanks, lady. I'll take it. Alright, boom, 10 bucks. Then it got better from there. A couple of 10-buck deals here, 2 for 15, you know, 3 for 10, and then the gold mine has struck. 5 controllers for fucking, how much was it? 30 bucks, yeah. 5 controllers for 30 bucks. All of them they considered have no issues. I basically fixed all of them but one, for the most part, because it still has the drift issues, which I can either clean the potentiometer on them. Now that I got the BW100 cleaner, electronic cleaner, just gotta find a damn controller first. And that doesn't work. Worst case scenario, I'm just gonna go ahead and replace the whole damn joystick because I got replacements already shipped to me. And at this point, my confidence in soldering is fucking phenomenal. It's not even that difficult. It's just first time you might get really worried and all. No. I overthink things is all I'm gonna say.
Is hiding out. That son of a bitch bastard burned down a whole village.
Great. So that's how I kind of like.
New Pandora is more than one man. We fight on.
Gotcha!
Good kill! 3 more to go.
Slag.
That was an easy kill. This gun is sick when it's aiming. Yeah. I'm trying to pick up this original. What is this gun? You know, let's finish this one. This gun is ridiculously good. Boy, this gun is just dog gun. Golly. Did you see how much do that? Oh my god. Either that or it's just the active cloud effect. I forgot what it's called on the skill tree, by the way. Once I kill an enemy, an active cloud appears and it has a cooldown rate for every 4 to 8 seconds or something like that. Which is great if you're in a group killing a bunch of motherfuckers. This is actually perfect if I was to do the Moxie, what's it called? Slaughter. The Hyperion slaughter in this game. I mean, fuck it, yeah. Might as well just pick it up, save it for the next character. That's what I'll do. This, load up on some ammo. Load up on some ammo. I so want to test him. I want to test his shield. Okay, y'all just saw that, right? Y'all saw my shield go down. Read in orange. What does this say? Grants immunity to burn damage. Why am I getting burnt? Can you explain that to me? Why am I getting burnt? I thought I was supposed to be immune to burn damage. This shield is a piece of shit. That's what it is. A piece of motherfucking dookie. That's really what it is, man. The fuck are you out there? That's what I thought. Get your freaking ass tongue out my fucking face. Weird ass motherfucker. Watch, I'm at 9026. Look at my shield on the lower left. And I hit this incendiary arrow. After I hit it, pay attention now. It's at 3683. Now it's going up. What happens when I walk into the fire? Look at that. Seriously? There's no excuse for that, y'all. There's no reason why this shield should not be working. Alright? Explosion aside, look, watch. 9026. Okay, now I'm walking into the fire. Looks what happens when I'm just walking in the fire, right? This isn't the exclusive remnants from the barrel exploding, alright? That's just fire. That's all it is. It's just natural flame of fire. I'll even find a barrel that's lit up and just stand on top of it and you see. Alright, a piece of shit of a fucking shield is just in it. Either that or it's a terrible fucking glitch. You know what I mean? Either or. It's like, pick your poison, I guess. Either way, so like I was saying about the controller thing, yeah, now, like if I see a PS4 controller for $5, I'm automatically gonna nab it, fix it, see what I can do with it. I got about, like I said, I've only got 2 controllers out of like 10 that I bought that were not working for me in the first place that I still have yet to fix. Right? Well, maybe technically 3 because one of them just continues to keep losing charge, and I don't know my board just continues to let the battery get drained and then it's down. That's the only thing. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. Maybe it could be fuse on a motherboard that's causing. Maybe that's what it is, because there should be sometimes like certain circuitry. There's a fuse that, or it's not a fuse, a relay, not a chip. I don't know if it's a chip that controls it, but it controls, you know, when it absorbs energy from the battery and when it stops. Kind of like a switch, you know? Think of it like that. So I gotta figure that out, and there is a module or a chip. I might have found the damn solution. I just have to replace it. So I gotta kill Lieutenant and Angvar? Angvar. Okay, cool. I'm not gonna say Angvar. That sounds stupid as hell. Angvar. God dang it. Like, y'all think you're so fucking simp. Like, y'all think you got it fucking made it. Hold on. It's not even making sense right now. Listen. I'm just saying, I don't think y'all got this simple name thing down. But you make it much more complicated with these letters. I could look at a Russian name or even a German name and be able to pronounce that better than that. Look at it. Like Pushka. You know, I could see that much better than I could see Angvar. Like, the pronunciation. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm like Apple. You know, like air. Angvar? Like, that's tough to think about. Like, I'm not even thinking of Ang. Why? Because I only see one A, and, you know, I'm not even thinking of Iowa part when I see that name. But, there you have it. Nice roll. Barrel. You know what? hate this DLC so much. I hate the I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather fight Market than this. It's just, it's kind of weird and disturbing. I don't know if you love that. You know what I mean? Like, Market's holy fuck. That was one thing. Coffee Cafe. One motherfucker popping out a doll fucking. Did that motherfucker just eat it? Did that thing? That is hilarious. Well, this is just. Dude, it's just beyond. It's just gross. You know? I don't need to see that plant. Yeah, that's my reaction when I shoot these guys. It's like, I feel like I'm doing them a favor by putting them out of the misery. The cycle cannot be himself. I would hate to be a player. Fuck that. I don't know what the guy was talking about. Hell no. That ain't me. I ain't gonna be the damn player. Well, yeah. In your face. Mr. Skinned alive dragon with your brain out. Markets are interesting. How they act, how they level up, and all that. I'm cool with that. And I'm actually kind of glad they kept it in 3. You know what I mean? Like, they straight up said, yep. And the badass Markets are really badass. Like, especially when they back up, they just fly straight at you and charge. That shit, when that thing caught me off guard at first, oh my god. You know, I fuck with it, man. Our kids are badass. Yeah. Not so much. Weird. Like, it seems like when they turn into a badass, their face becomes their ass. Which is weird. I don't understand that. It seems super goofy to me. I think we're finally going to be able to get through that electricity fence in here that I was stumbling across, like, I want to say about, yep. Like, anticipated. The electricity is, get over here. Come on, stop making up now. Get up there. I know it's got me that. I'm gonna die. I got so much money. Shit. There's another path down there. Okay, let's see. What was it again? Oh, those 3 here. Now, good. Should be. Wait. I know what this is. The thing is, I don't know if this switch could be in there, or no. Can't believe I missed this the first time. First, I gotta get that red check. I can't believe I didn't cross my mom. I thought it was like restricted. I had to, I don't know, advance as far in the game before I could get that. Didn't realize that was an actual chest sitting right there. Now that I got a better view this time around, it's full detail. Right? There we go. I see it. I don't know where I gotta go now. I gotta somehow get over there. Alright, let's try. Motherfucker, there you go. Either turn it off or pretty much destroy it. Now it is for that. Done. I'm playing with Joe. There you go. I really want to make those noises. All he ever did was go down. So most of the time when I do that crazy shit, I'm just making fun of that situation, that person as well. Especially if I don't want to show energy, which in this case I definitely did not. That was super negative, G. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. No, no, I will not lose my motherfucking money because I did a short ass motherfucking jump. No. Quitting and I'm saving. And I knew if I jumped in there I'd be dead. I knew that motherfucking shit. Like I didn't see that fucking coming. Ah, I knew it. I knew it as soon as I jumped. I needed a couple more inches. Just a couple more inches. That's all I needed. Was a couple more inches. With a couple more inches. I got my money. 1.2 million and growing. In case you want to keep count how many times I've done that, I'll probably try number. Well, here's the thing. I blew myself up like 3 times on some stupid shit. Like unintentional dying once. Only did it once when I was dead. Because I couldn't find anybody. I don't know why. Pissed me off. Now, I want to say this is attempt number 3. Beat myself up. Ah, see? I knew it. I was just a couple inches short. And I jumped a couple inches, but that's what it was. So I'm not losing. Y'all don't understand. This is 2, okay? I'm not losing my millions to fucking Hyperion. This is real deep Hyperion, man. Y'all let Hands and Jack fucking kill Borderland? I'm not fucking with y'all. Y'all not getting that fucking done. Yes. That's the energy I'm keeping going forward. If an enemy really got the best of me and you were powerful, I'd done everything. Oh well, I owe that much. But when it's some bullshit, like when I killed the last enemy, or yeah, I'm with an NPC that's actually fighting alongside me, like how Roland, Lilith, Rick, and Mordecai did in their own respective ways. Like that's bullshit. You know, fuck out of here. You're not gonna heal me like a typical NPC. I'm glad they finally did that in 3. Can do in 3. I want you to kill that enemy for me. Let me get my life restored. If you just keep on, really. God, I wish I was running 3 right now. This is so fucking stupid. In a matter of seconds already, putting been there. You know, that's what happens when you get treated right. Look at what was in the past. You say that was shit. I do not like to say that. Like mortal sin. Say anything negative about 2 mortal sin. Y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand. Just gonna be humble. Yeah, I had to do right there. The fact that you have the climbing mechanism and you just grapple edges is the most brilliant thing that they've introduced in 3 so far. Actually, no, second most brilliant thing. The most brilliant thing that they invented was being able to fast travel at the click of the map. You want to fast travel here? Okay. You want to fast travel to your vehicle? Okay. You want to fast travel to another world? Triangle, zoom out. Okay. The most brilliant thing they is y'all just save so much fucking time of running. Just periodic running that's just pure idiotic. Let me figure out how to get this one. How do I get this one? Right here? Oh shit, there's another weapon right here. No, this is the way I came. Yo, my goodness. You guys come real? What is this? What is this? How is this faster, huh? Yo, my goodness. Gotta go another path, huh? Gotta go. Shut up. Shut up. Oh god, that sounds like fire. Oh man. I feel that energy. I feel that energy. Oh shit. Never mind, the vines did leave.
That's Lieutenant Angvar's hideout. He was Hector's right-hand man and needs to get dead.
You know, one of my favorite things Rick said, he's like, I don't see eye to eye with Roland, but he was my friend, and nobody kills my friend. Hearing Brick said that was kind of easy to just thinking about Roland dying, man. It took the fun out of it for me, and 2, I'm not gonna lie. I still think 2 is my favorite one I had so far. But it took the energy out of me, man. When they killed Roland, it's like, I understand that concept, I really do. I just didn't like the way how he was killed. Like, no matter what, that's something that you cannot win me over.
Dead, but his dream lives on.
Killed Lieutenant Angvar. That's all you got, buddy?
That is
Oh
lovely.
yeah. Nice one.
That's supposed to be some, you can't argue with me about how you can justify Roman's thing. So it don't make no sense. I don't make damn sense. And then you try to bullshit it with the fallen hero, called Hunter's Relic, saying his soldier shield has 0 capacity. Not knowing damn well people have played the original Borderland and that man carried the shield with some sort of shield capacity at all times. That was the biggest fucking plot hole that they created. You try to justify that and through with that. I'm like, get that weak shit out of my fucking face, Gearbox. You cannot just make that plot hole go away. You know? And the worst part is, you could have done Roland some justice at the very least. Like, admitting the gun Handsome Jack used to kill Roland wasn't legendary. At least if my man was killed by a legendary weapon, I could somehow cope and swallow that as a true vault hunter. But no! The gun doesn't even have any relevance. Not even in Jack's fucking, whoopee case. Like, really? You got the corporate fucking, what is it called? The corporate culture. But you don't have that pistol you used to kill Roland as if it was insignificant. Do you know what that tells me? It tells me he used... Where's it at? Where's it at? I just passed it. But you tell me he used a white label fucking weapon to kill Roland. Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? He used a generic white colored pistol to kill Roland with one shot. I don't give a fuck that he's had a shot. Nobody should be capable of doing that with a white pistol. Like, do you know the amount of disrespect you are putting on Roland's fucking pedigree? Everything that he's gone through? And you're gonna tell me he gets killed like that? That's the one thing that just doesn't sit right with me, Gearbox. Y'all did Roland really dirty with that. And that's what doesn't sit well with me. And then y'all try to make that Tiny Tina DLC, try to make us somehow live more with Roland just a little bit longer. Like, stop. And then the worst part, I have to see Tina, fucking poor Tina, get bullied. You know, for them telling them Roland's dead. But like, she knows. Oh, man, like that shit, man. I think that ain't put her in the fucking dark. They're like, oh, it doesn't have to be that way. I get it, y'all are hurt. Alright. Leave the girl alone. She's playing imaginary. She's just doing that to fucking cope with it. And then you bring her down. I'm like, that. That hurt, man. I love Tiny. Alright. Tiny Tita, you know, bless her heart. Everything about her. I mean, her voice is one hell of a voice. That character, there's a reason why she's a huge fan favorite. And I'm all for making her a playable character in 4. Hands down. If she's a playable character in Borderlands 4, yeah, I'm playing her. Kiss my ass. What's this? Oh. Lieutenant Tetra. Easier name to pronounce. Cool. No, Hank, boy, that's not no typical John Doe type of name. John Doe is all I'm trying to say. Fucking hey. That sounded like I said Bondo. Give me that stuff. Yeah, this is what y'all telling me right here. You're telling me Handsome Jack just grabbed one of these. No, this one right here. Yeah, this is what it is. I'm gonna take a picture of this. Hold on. Y'all telling me this is what Handsome Jack used to fucking kill him. Roll up. Who's hitting me? Over here. What's off? You. Where the hell? But this is what Gearbox. This is what you're telling me that Handsome Jack used to kill Roland. Like as if the weapon has no sort of importance. Like that was the gun that killed Roland, and you're not gonna even give that recognition. That in entirety for what Borderlands stands for is the ultimate disrespect to one of the original 4 Vault Hunters. And so that's why, to me, I think Roland gets the shortest end of the stick of all Borderlands characters. You cannot tell me otherwise. Kiss my fucking black ass. You heard me say that loud and fucking clear. Yes. And that doesn't change the fact that I still got lost in y'all, but that's fucking up. Alright, and this ain't no race car, alright? I had a very good, nice guy right here, probably in his 60s, alright? Caucasian man, loves Borderlands. That was the first thing that came out of his mouth when he noticed that I was playing Borderlands 3. He's like, yeah, great game. And then afterwards, he followed that up with, you know, and 2, they did Roland really dirty. He said that. So this is not a race matter or anything, okay? Let me make that clear when I say the black guy. That's just me personifying myself in my comment. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying, right? Okay. That's all I'm saying. Just personify my comment. Really play with that. But, I'm just saying, that's a original season 10. So, that's all I'm gonna say is that bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. And, you know, it's tough, dude. Like, and I thought TK Baja stuff was bullshit. That's all. That's what I appreciated. I was mad about TK now. And then how
Strangely satisfying.
how do you fucking have a disclaimer at the beginning of this Commander Lola DLC? You tell us to go play Borderlands 2 for spoiler alerts, but you don't even bother to tell us to play Tales from the Borderlands? That was a big fucking mistake. because I, for one, didn't even bother to play Tales from the Borderlands. I considered it a non-Gearbox game. It was a collaboration, but it wasn't a Gearbox game. It was a Telltale game. I wasn't into that type of game, style of gaming. I wanted to play a pure Borderlands game. So what happens when I go from finishing Borderlands 2 to playing that DLC? I see a portrait scooter and I'm wondering what the fuck is going on. And I find out from Roxy that he's dead. And I'm wondering, who the fuck, what the fuck, what's going on? Yeah. So guess what? Tales from the Borderlands. I should have played that for context. Didn't even know that was canon with the damn fucking story. Like, there's a lot of flaws that it just feels like Gearbox is just skipping by. You know? And I hate that. Because here's the thing, Gearbox, this isn't about me taking a dump on you. This is about me thinking how far away you're distancing yourself, man, from really making, in my opinion, the greatest one of the greatest video game series to play. And you guys are so close to really having that, but while your strength is in the game development, it's like your weakness is in the story line flaw. And it's just like, that's all you just need to pick up on. I get it. That's not your intentions. You're trying to make a funny ass game. And I love it. I love it. But if you guys just did better with the storyline, in terms of continuity and consistency, like, it's tough to argue against Borderlands being one of the greatest video game series of all time. That's no difference. It's all about how close you guys are to fucking breaking, how far away you are because of a few mistakes, because of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I see a lot of Overwatch, for example. A lot of Overwatch logo. I'm like, dude, I should be seeing Borderlands logo. I should be seeing that logo, but I'm not. I'm just telling you, like, that's the both worlds. Sometimes you just need to spend a little more extra time in the script writing department. That's all it takes. And you know what? I'll give it to you. Definitely consider that a little bit better and tweak it. So while people are saying they hate Maya's death, I get it. But somewhat, it's more sensible in how she was killed off than, well, like, I can accept that because she was killed off by a villain who caught her off guard because she was acting in quick, which, like I said, I get it. You could argue that she could have faced off Troy, but could have easily have reached onto that. We don't know that. But regardless, all I'm gonna say is that it made more sense on how she died. The fact that how it got to that point kind of can be blurry. You know, like when you think about all the factors I just mentioned, like Maya didn't face like Troy and all that, Molden bitch and it made a lot to prevent Tyrion from killing Ava. But it's like, at the end of the day, the end game of how Maya was killed with Troy leeching all of her siren powers, that made more sense to me than Jack appearing out of the fucking blue with an unnamed, white-labeled fucking pistol and just kill Roland from the back with one shot. Knowing damn well the motherfucker's a Vault Hunter and he has a fucking shield. With shield capacity. Don't give me that bullshit, Gearbox. Fuck that fallen hero relic shield. Fuck that bullshit. That is not an explanation. That is what's it called? That's just a bullshit half-assed made excuse that you made on the fucking fly. Fuck that. That's my thing. I'm like, y'all put more consideration, man. Y'all put more consideration. I'm telling you, y'all got one of the best games. When I think about games that I spent the most time playing, I have to think about it deep. I'm talking about all the way from the 90s when I played Sega Genesis and played Sonic Hedgehog 2. All the games I spent the most time fucking playing. Now I'm talking about series in general. Top 5. Borderlands is in there. alongside Crash, specifically Crash Bandicoot 3, Crash to Insanity, Spyro. These are all the games that's played. Fucking A. The Legend of Spyro, especially. Fucking damn. Sonic, Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, you fucking name it. Even sometime in Sonic Unleashed. And then probably flip one between Ratchet and Clank and Shax. But yeah, if I'm talking about total amount of hours, it's in the top 3. I spent so much time playing Borderlands. So just don't. I think highly of this game series. I really do. And that a more accurate story would have been phenomenal. Anyway, let me go ahead and go to Healy Wheels Fallen. And after that, I'll save it here and then stream it. I'll see y'all tomorrow since I got back-to-back days off for the first time since a long time. Probably like a month or 2. I'm done eating. Alright, so y'all, this is it. I'll see y'all tomorrow when I pick up and kill Lieutenant Tetra in the next part of streaming Borderlands 2. Gameplay. Or side missions gameplay. Alright, y'all.